So I was just sitting here meditating, thinking about love and thinking about my construct of love and the program that I was given to recognize what love was, and just kind of reflecting on how in society I feel like we're taught to look outside ourselves for everything. So when it comes to love, we think it's something that is a word or something that can be expressed or something that can be given or bought, or just something that's not in alignment with just pure energy and light and love, which is what it truly is. Um, Taoist, the Tao Te Ching, dear to my heart, one of the passages is um, a Tao that can be named is not the Tao. And they recognize that if you can name something or touch it, if it's tangible, then it's not love. They were referring to it as what we would call God, but as the Christians say, God is love, and all who live in love live in God. And I think for me, retraining myself and realizing that basically everything that I know about love up until this point was wrong. Love is not control. Love is not jealousy. Love is not buying flowers to say I'm sorry. Love is not doing the action and then apologizing. I think that what I have found is that love is like a quiet light in your heart. For me, I don't even think it's the butterflies in your stomach. I've learned through my spiritual journey, the Buddhists say that that's actually a sign that you need to run away from whatever it is. It's supposed to be like alerting you to danger. So, hashtag most of my past relationships started with butterflies, and I'm super grateful for them. They were fabulous teachers, but now I know that love is something quiet, and love is sitting next to somebody and exchanging 1,000 words in just a whisper, but it's not audible. Love is being able to look in somebody's eyes and seeing the universe, and with a kiss holding the taste of the Milky Way. Love is something soft and quiet. Love isn't something that comes in with force. Love is not forceful. Love is God. God is not forceful. He's a gentleman. He comes on slow and gets to know you. Love is something that develops over time. Love is something that in today's society, and even with myself, I've always been so impatient on receiving. But through my spiritual journey, I have learned that I am all the love I need. My home is in here. God is in here. As above, so below. Outwardly, I experience the emotions and thoughts and feelings that I tell myself on a daily basis. I experience them as my reality. And a lot of the times, I tell myself some straight up BS, because the love that I learned was jealous and controlling and full of fear and full of people pleasing, and your happiness comes before mine, and if you don't get jealous then you don't love me, and if you don't try to control me then I don't feel like you love me. But I know now that is that's the furthest away that it's supposed to be. And I think that the more our society continues to wake up and the more we start taking personal accountability, personal responsibility, and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable with ourselves, because vulnerability starts with yourself. Vulnerability is being able to do shadow work and look at yourself and experience the duality of who you are, and knowing that the bad parts are just as much a part of who you are as the good parts, and accepting both. And when something no longer serves you, when you're no longer willing to manipulate your outside world by obtaining things through your unhealthy behaviors, and you release them, the shadow will actually thank you. The shadow loves you just as much as the light does, and I think that's really hard for us as humans to wrap our head around. But the thing is that until we give ourselves the unconditional love that we are yearning so much to give someone else, we yearn to give other people unconditional love because we're all connected. So that's like a roundabout way of wanting to give it to yourself. And I think that recognizing that we are pieces of God, we need to hold ourselves to higher standards. Like, expectations and standards are totally different. Expectations, people always fall short. Whenever I tell people to trust in the universe and they say, well, so-and-so did this, I say, but we're not putting our faith in human beings. We're putting our faith in God. And God is love. God is always loving. Even in suffering, God is love. Even in suffering, God is complete. He